Leon, first league start, I think, since August, wasn't it, last weekend? And must just have been nice to get out there in the league again. And even though the result wasn't great, it was a bit of a test for the back three and the rest of the team.
Like you say, it was a bit of a test. Obviously, glad to get back out there and get some minutes. Tough test. Newport played very well, and it didn't seem like we could sort of get out of our final third, really. But credit to Newport, they come away with the points of 2 decent goals, and we just have to take a look at where we went wrong and then do something about it for Saturday.
And I suppose that's the thing, isn't it? Being consistent, not letting one defeat turn into 2 or 3 defeats. Yeah. You've got to immediately get back as soon as you've lost a game, particularly if you've got ambitions of staying in and around the top 3. Yeah,
definitely. We have to. Obviously, we're back at home this weekend, so Exeter on a bit of a weird run of form, but hopefully being at home will give that a little bit of an edge and hopefully come away with 3 points.
Has it been difficult for you personally over the last 3 months, just watching the games, seeing how well the team have been doing, and then when you've been fit again, trying to force your way back in?
It's been hard to force your way back in because at the time when I just come back, bit of a winning run, so you can't really change much with the defence because we won't concede many and obviously outscoring opponents. So you have to be just keep on your game, really, keep fit and be ready when called upon. And I think that's what I've done. Yeah.
How do you kind of sell yourself to the manager? Because he changes things tactically depending on what each game needs. So how do you kind of like sell your strengths to him to make sure that you're in with a chance of being in the team?
Have a little word in the ear every now and then. Just keep working hard and training, and not let the standard slip, really. Because in football anything can happen: injury, suspension, anything really. So you just have to be ready when called upon.
You played more or less the last couple of years in a back 4. This year and the back end of last year, it's been a back 3. From a centre back's position, how's that different? And even with all the games you've played now, are you still adapting and changing little bits of your game to accommodate that?
I've played in back 3s before, so you have to be able to adapt. It's a little bit different with wing backs and that, but then there's the good side of it and the bad side of it. Good side of it, you have an extra man in midfield or up top, and you get a partnership up top. You cover a little bit more ground, but I think being the central part of the 3, you see a lot of the game, and with the players that we have around us, you almost sort of take charge of everything within the back 3, and whether it comes to 3 or a 5 as well. So it's what at the moment it's a formation that quite a lot of teams are using at the moment as well, from top to bottom, really. So it's quite popular now, whereas a few years ago you'd only see 2 or 3 maybe teams in the league that would use it.
The centre of the back 3 sometimes stays back, don't they? The other 2 get forward. So is it kind of reining in that need to go up for corners sometimes and free kicks when you are, if you like, the middle of the 3, or is the tactic completely different as to how you play?
For me, when it comes to corners and the attack and free kicks, I'm always asked to go up, and me, I like to get involved in attacking third when it comes to set pieces. So that's what my job is really when it comes to that side of the game.
The players who've been around you have changed a lot, and you've seen Nathan Smith, if you like, mature into being that, if you like, the middle of the back 3. You've played with him quite a while now. What have you seen in him? Where has he matured? Has he changed perhaps over the last 18 months into a better player?
Definitely. He can play anywhere across the back 3, really. I've seen him play in the central role and keep it steady in there, and then also on the outside of the 3, and he'll go and get involved in the attacking side of it. And we've seen him pop up and actually get an assist in one of the games. So he does like to get forward as well. He doesn't mind stepping into midfield and that. So he's another one that's able to adapt, and he's done well with playing in that formation.
Has he become more of a leader in your eyes as well as perhaps fans' eyes as well?
He's a bit of a pest for strikers. He's a horrible, and I think with the average age of our squad, I suppose, is more of the older head, I suppose, in terms of appearances and the experience that he's got. So I'd definitely say he's kind of a leader. Yeah.
Has he got some of that annoyance from you? Has that rubbed off from you onto him?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. few years ago, like coming through, I was always told to be a bit more nastier growing up because, when you're younger, there was a lot of managers told you have to be a bit nastier, especially the size I was as well. And he's learnt the dark arts of football, I suppose.
And just looking at the game as well, then you'll know Scott Brown, who's in the Exeter team. You've come across that before, but it's a game in which both teams are kind of vying to be in going into Christmas in and around that top three. So there's a lot to play for.
Yeah, Exeter are a big team in this league, and they're always up there in and around that sort of position and wanting to go for promotion. So not surprised where they are, and it's going to be an interesting game. It's two teams wanting to go up, and it'd be a good battle.
Lovely, cheers, thank you.
Leon, obviously you're coming up against, or you possibly might be coming against a man you know very well, Scott Brown, and you had a great partnership with him at the Flash, and he did bring an awful lot to this team, didn't he, down the years, and he was rewarded with the Player of the Year, but he did bring an awful lot to the team, didn't he?
Yeah, he's a lot of experience, Scotty, and I still speak to him now, and he's a great lad. I had a good few years of him, and it'd be good to see him again. He's certainly a character.